Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, family, you angels. Lesson 343. I'm going to read today. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, we're being healed by this.
hmm I am not asked to make a sacrifice to find the mercy and the peace of God.
Mm. Wow. Can you read that again?
Yes. I am not asked to make a sacrifice to find the mercy and the peace of God. That's exactly what the ego would tell us, but that's not the truth. We're not being asked to make a sacrifice to close the gap with God. Okay. The end of suffering cannot be loss. The gift of everything can but be gain. You only give. You never take away. And you created me to be like you. So sacrifice becomes impossible for me as well as you. I too must give. And so all things are given unto me forever and forever. As I was created, I remain. Your son can make no sacrifice, for he must be complete, having the function of completing you. I am complete because I am your son. I cannot lose, for I can only give, and everything is mine eternally. The mercy and the peace of God are free. Salvation has no cost. It is a gift that must be freely given and received. And it is this that we would learn today. Couple footnotes here in the COA version. It says, sacrifice is impossible for me because, being like God, I only give. And rather than that being a sacrifice, it turns out to be the opposite. And so all things are given unto me forever and forever. And the last one, where Jesus instructs us to heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
Mm. So it's the opposite to the way the ego perceives that when we give, we lose, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
When we give, we prove to ourselves that we have. And then in the proof that we have, we keep, that there is our abundance. That's why he says, you've been given everything from God. You are the fountain within that runs over exhaustlessly, endlessly, because you've been given freely. It's our role to give, to extend. That's why God created us. That's exactly the whole point of our being, is to extend God, to pour forth. And that's why he says, and then to give liberally to your brothers. Answer every call for love because you are love.
And that's
Forgive
how
them.
we'll and
Yeah,
that's how we will finally accept ourselves as love,
that's
right?
right.
Not as the ego, which is sin, guilt, and fear.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
in
we'll
feeling
stop
it.
we'll stop being getting mechanisms because right now we think love and everything good is outside of ourselves, and so we start from a premise of I lack because I'm separate and I'm empty on the inside and I need to stuff. And this, when we begin to give liberally from that place and trusting that, I am the Christ, I am love, I do give love. And when we see the effects of that giving, then we know we have it, that we are it. And that's the ceasing of this getting. It's the discovery of I am that. It's already within me. It's been there the whole time in my mind. The light is in my mind. I've been defending against it, but it's been there the whole time. And when I draw upon that, meaning I honor that and I stop defending myself against it, I have everything because I know that I am everything. And giving is our joy, our greatest joy, transcending self-interests. That's the switch from a getting to a giving.
Being of divine service, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And it ties into that thought yesterday about how when we forgive, God's only giving. He never takes away. Love moves in to infill the area that we forgive and leave open. So that's the nature of God. That's our nature, to extend a perfect love, never to judge, never to withhold, to lean in and want to join with our brothers as the one we are.
So we lose nothing in this journey back to God. We lose nothing.
Have you
We
lost?
lose nothing to gain everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you lost anything?
Oh no.
Yeah.
In those early phases or stages
Mm-hmm.
of the development of trust, of course, the ego was telling me I was losing everything
Mm-hmm.
in order to gain nothing.
Right. Right.
But I can
What are
laugh.
you doing? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about you, sis?
Exactly the same. There was this thought that you're going to end up sitting on a hill with cobwebs strung out from your ears to the ceiling doing nothing. How boring. You know you can't survive like that. You have to do something. Ha ha ha. Yeah. And as you rest in what you really are and you allow the peace to arise, doesn't mean activity stops. It means that it's inspired activity. It means that what you're doing is always being at the ready for God. And sometimes that means just sitting in peace and letting the mind be still. And sometimes it means being out and about and having holy instance with brothers and being in service, giving God eyes and ears and hands here in the dream. That, how can that be a sacrifice? Yeah.
It's the greatest joy.
It is. It's fun. It's fun. The ego hates it, but it's fun. Yes, it's we revel in the deconstruction process as we realize that there's no sacrifice.
Well said.
What else? Anything?
I
Okay.
think we're done.
Yes, Sis has a blog for us entitled The Root of All Unconscious Self-Attack. Doesn't that sound wonderful?
Well, it's important to see it.
Heck yeah. There's
Yeah.
another deep dive blog.
Yeah.
So that's going to be in the top of the list of resources below. Grab it if it pings for you, or sign up for our new blog study that's going to start in January 18th at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time in the Zoom room. We will be meeting and reading through these blogs live, so that'll be another fun way to grab them too.
Yeah, just that the title won't be blog study. That's the confusion.
No.
The title's going to be Anchoring the Teachings of A Course in Miracles.
Okay.
Anchoring the Teachings of A Course in Miracles. And so many of these blogs that we're going to unpack are really focused on the practical application of how to anchor the teachings of A Course in Miracles.
Yes. Yeah, thanks, Sis, for so liberally giving of yourself in these blogs and showing us what that looks like. You know, that is, it's always just a book until we can see how it's, how does this apply to my life? How do I do this day to day as I get up and put my pants on one leg at a time, right? It's just,
That's it.
yeah. What? Okay, so thank you. There
Yeah.
you go, you guys.
Thank
Lesson
you, Steph.
343. I am not asked to make a sacrifice to find the mercy and the peace of God. He wants only our greatest happiness. That's His will, and that's our will. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.